Yo, 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 and welcome to another episode of Summary and Review with the Comic Book Critic from Brooklyn. I am the Comic Book Critic from Brooklyn, and we are here today with Doctor Strange and the Sorcerers Supreme, issue number 3. I'm going to jump right into this, okay? We open up with the first 3 pages describing Kushala's origin. So Kushala is one of the Sorcerers Supreme, one of the ones before Doctor Strange. Her family was killed by European colonists, which triggered her magic. Her being triggered killed those colonists, and now she is followed by souls of the dead. The flashback ends, and we have Doctor Strange and the Sorcerers Supreme traveling through Camelot, Merlin's castle. Doctor Strange is convinced that each of the Sorcerers Supreme is hiding something. The Sorcerers stumble upon a room of unconscious people that Merlin was trying to protect, clearly because of all the traps on the way to the room. Yao, or the Ancient One, before he became the Ancient One, encourages to keep going and come back later. So they do. Kushala and Strange talk as they all venture deeper into Merlin's palace. Both Kushala and Strange are convinced that they are being followed by the souls of the unconscious in the other room. They don't think that the souls have any bad intent, but they're definitely following the Sorcerers Supreme. The Sorcerers come across a locked room, but Isaac Newton reveals that Merlin entrusted him with a key. Isaac Newton has this minion following him, kind of this big old thing. The minion pops out of his fist this key, kind of like Clayface does with his transformations. The door opens to Merlin's library, which looks like something out of Labyrinth, like the movie Labyrinth. I mean, there's staircases in places they shouldn't be, bookcases in places there shouldn't be. The floor is the ceiling is the floor, the right is left is right, you don't know what's going on. There is no up, down, left, or right, only forward and backward. The sorcerers begin to search, and Strange finds a list of written names of all of the people Merlin locked away over the years. A bunch of the other Sorcerers Supreme also continue to look around, just scoping out things, reading what they can find. For doing these sorcerers were locked away for doing dark magic. While Strange shares his findings, the other female sorcerer that isn't Kushala rips a page out of a mysterious-looking book and tells no one. So there's this. So she's off doing her own thing, looking for the research. She finds a book, it's got like a heart on it. And she opens up the book, and it's glowing and shit, and Isaac Newton's minion is watching her, but he's not very smart. He doesn't have any intent to do anything. So she opens the book, it's glowing, she rips the page out, she closes it, puts the page in her pocket. At this point, the sorcerers begin to get attacked by At this point, the sorcerers begin to be attacked by the stalking souls, and the Forgotten has found Camelot, so the Forgotten is now outside of the castle. The Forgotten seems to be bent on stealing Wiccan's magic for some reason. Wiccan is the futuristic Sorcerer Supreme. The Forgotten breaks into Camelot, gets into the fight, murders the lost souls, and proceeds to monologue a little bit. So these souls start to fight the sorcerers, and then out of nowhere, the Forgotten also shows up, burns all of the souls, and then starts to fight the sorcerers. The sorcerers begin to fight the Forgotten again, but with no effect. All of a sudden, Kushala reveals that what killed the colonists in the beginning of the book is her. She turns into this like flame elemental thing in the form of a samurai and a horse, and begins to beat up the Forgotten. As Kushala's elemental matches the Forgotten, the sorcerers notice the Forgotten is carrying the Light of Darkness amulet. The sorcerers immediately prioritize to acquire the amulet. The Forgotten also prioritizes and steals a book that had a page ripped out in it earlier by that female magician and disappears. The sorcerers, not having anything to do anymore since the souls are gone and the Forgotten has left and the book is gone and they don't know what's really going on anymore, recollect themselves, collectively work on returning those lost souls to their bodies in that previous room they visited earlier, and meet up on Merlin's roof to talk about what's going to happen next. They all agree that the Forgotten is a slew of dark magicians that Merlin has locked away since forever. So that list that Doctor Strange found earlier in the book, they are convinced that list is the list of people that have become the Forgotten. Since Newton thinks the Forgotten is headed for this place called the Hollow in Time, that is where they're going to go next. The last page of the book is flashback to when Merlin drafted Kushala for the team. He promised to get rid of her burden, which they call the Spirit of Vengeance, which is what the Flame Elemental must have been. So basically, they go to Merlin's place, they are looking for some research, they find it, they get attacked by these souls that are stuck in Camelot, the Forgotten shows up, beats the shit out of them, steals a book, leaves them with no information, and they don't really know what's going on anymore. Merlin's got them going on this like wild goose chase through time and space, trying to destroy this thing called the Forgotten, which is, I guess, a slew of dark magicians, and it's just not working out for them. Merlin got killed, there's only like 5 of them left, and the entire book is great because it's got you wanting more, it's got you wanting to know what's going to happen, but you don't really know what's going to happen. You don't even really know why you're reading it because you don't really know what's going on. Merlin is in the beginning of the book, is in book 1, dies in book 2, and so book 3 and after that, they're just kind of on a wild goose chase trying to figure out how to get back to their times, how to solve this problem, and how to just, I guess, bring the plot to a climax here. So it's really interesting. The guy who's writing is Robbie Thompson. Rodriguez and Lopez looks like they're doing the art. The art's really cool. That scene where it looks like a scene at a labyrinth was friggin' sweet. The way that they did the art on that with the walls over here and over there and the stairs, and it was nuts. Robbie Thompson does another book called Spidey that I read. That's awesome. Some of the best Spider-Man I ever read. I suggest it if you haven't gotten to it yet. So I'm going to rate this issue number 3, Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme, at a 6.5 out of 10. It's a solid book. I'd even give it a 6.7 out of 10. It's a solid book. It's just I don't know where it's going, and they haven't really given me anything to hold on to continue reading. It's just kind of like you're just left wanting to know more, and that's about it. So, yeah, I guess that's it for that. If you have anything to talk about, please comment below. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you like what I had to say, like the video, man. Thanks a lot for watching.